Hi everyone, my name is Courtney Walsh. I'm an author. I live in Rockford, Illinois. This is my very first newsletter video to go along with my newsletter. I want to tell you about some really fun things that I'm doing. I have to tell you first, I've been publishing books since 2012. I've never had a newsletter list. I've never built my subscribers. I've never done any of that. I don't really know what I'm doing. I'm like the world's worst when it comes to that. And I don't know why. I think I've been sort of afraid of a couple of things. First of all, just not really knowing where to begin on the tech side and feeling like everything had to be perfect and automated and shiny. Just getting kind of in my own head. And I don't know if you guys feel like that. So I finally realized 2017 is going to be a really big year for me. I've got a lot of stuff going on. I want to share this with people. You know, I'm sure you can relate when you do something and you want people to know about it. It's really hard to tell people about your own self and your own stuff. I just finally realized I got to get over that. Like I've got to get on the point where I'm like, ready to go, ready to tell you about my books, ready to talk about my process. How's that doing? I hope you'll come with me on this journey. I hope that you'll be a part of it. I'm going to try to keep it like fun for you guys and do some fun stuff for you guys, which brings me to what I have for you in this newsletter. So I don't really know what's typical in a newsletter, and I'm just going to kind of do what I would want to read or watch in this case. So I just want to tell you a little bit about these freebies that I created. I'm a writer like you, but I'm also a business owner. I'm a mom, I'm a wife. Some days I feel like the chauffeur. Some days I'm like the housekeeper. Most days I'm not the cook, although I'm responsible for feeding my children. Technically, I'm in charge of it in some way. I'm really bad at it. I wish I could just bake for them all the time. That would be so much better. Here's a banana cake. Eat it for dinner. I think one of the things that stinks the most is walking into a new year and feeling already like you're behind the eight ball. I've got so much going on. Oh my gosh, there's so much to do. We spent a good chunk of our break sitting down, my husband and I, and thinking up our goals and just our goals, not just our dreams, but our goals for 2017. What do we want to accomplish this year? Or what do we want to accomplish with our business? In my writing career, what do we want to accomplish personally? Some of them are really simple, like we want to sit down and have dinner together every week at least once or twice. Hopefully someone else is cooking it. We also have really big goals that we want to accomplish. And so we're putting everything down on paper. So we did that. I was inspired. I was challenged. I was feeling good. And the next day I spent literally the whole day on the computer trying to find out where I could find the perfect planner that could fit all of my life into it. I would have writing section, home responsibilities and calendar, and a section for the studio, for our business, things that my kids are doing at school, like, you know, Ethan needs to bring a jar of salsa in for his Spanish class, those kinds of things. I needed it all in one place. I'm a bit of an addict when it comes to planners, but I will tell you, I want things to be cute and functional, but I just don't have time to scrapbook on my planners, even though I love the way that looks. So I have notebooks. I have planners that are just calendars. This sucker, which was like 35 bucks, it's huge. I have a new one that I just bought. It's hardcover, and I thought, hey, I'll use that. You would think that I'd be able to make this work for me. But two things, I found that it was too heavy for me to carry around, and secondly, I can't add pages into anything with the spiral bound. I decided I don't need a big fancy planner. I just need something that works. I need something that's going to help me organize my life and make sense of it all. What I did was I created my own. So this is what I created for myself. I have a calendar where I have every single month listed out, just really simple calendar. Then I have a big goal list. I want to write a book this year. Say that's your goal. Awesome goal, by the way. Sit your butt in the chair and start writing. You write down, I want to write a book this year. I want to be done by whatever. And then I have action steps and why. What's your why? Why are you here? What are you doing? What's your purpose? As much as you can keep that in the foreground of all of this stuff, it makes it more important. It makes it matter more. Write down your action steps. This is what I'm going to do that. I'm going to write 1,000 words a day, 4 days a week for X amount of weeks. And then by this time I'll be done. Whatever it is, make a goal and then stick to it. I am a huge fan of writing down your goals, and then you can see them. And then when they're accomplished at the end of the year, which is another thing that we do, you can take a look at that goal list and you can go, oh my gosh, we did that. We did that too. And this one actually, we made that happen. And I think when you have the goal written down, there's just something to it. The next one is this daily get it done list. So I am how do I put this? I love my to-do list. But I will sit down and I'll write down everything I have to do. By the time I get done with this big, long list of stuff, I'm completely paralyzed and I can't do anything. Oh my gosh, I'm never going to get this all done. You can take each thing on your list and say, that doesn't have to be done today. This can be done by Thursday of this week. This can be done by, Friday of this week. This has to be done today. And so I created this one hoping that the big circles would be the things, you got to do this today. There's no question. It's a deadline. Someone's counting on you. Whatever the reason is, it's got to be done today. The little ones are things that you want to keep on your radar. You don't want to forget you have to do them, but you're just letting yourself sort of push them off to the side. So then if you finish these two things that are really big pressing for today, you can go back and go, oh, I have to get groceries. Do you like how groceries is on my little circle? That's just so typical of me. Pay bills and laundry are also on small circles. That's this whole idea and the process behind that. And then you hole punch it, you can stick it in a binder. So then the third thing is a menu planner. I was doing this on scratch paper for probably years. I would sketch it out and I would write Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. And then I would write, we're going to do tacos and stir fry. And I would have my grocery list on the side. And so that's what I just created in a more, easy to read form. You print out 2 a month. You've already done the hard work. A lot of times you can keep these and then transfer everything over. Because sometimes I'm like, what do we eat? Isn't that sad? Oh my gosh, what do I cook? Like, what do my kids like? So what I do with these planner sheets is I put them in something that costs like literally $5. And this is my favorite color in the whole wide world. I've got these, aren't they pretty? These are from the dollar aisle at Target. Just dividers that will allow you to section off the areas of your life. So day to day, I would put my menu planner, I would put my day to day get it done under that tab, and then I would keep it in front of me. And then for me, I've got show notes, online classes that I'm taking, and then my writing goals. And then I just put it in a binder. And at the front of the binder, I've got my calendar. You can tell I've done a lot of actual planning on it. It's completely blank. So I'm in the process of doing this because I realized this is something really important to me that I need to get it figured out in a way that works for my brain. So my hope was that it might work for your brain too, and that it might be something that you can actually use and that it will, just be helpful to you. If you have any ideas or things that you really want to know, I would love to get to know you guys. So I want to invite you to email me any questions you have, Courtney@CourtneyWalshWrites.com. Send anything my way. I would love it. I would absolutely love to get to know you guys. That's one of my goals too for this year. It's just to get to know the people who are reading my books, because without you guys, I'm not an author anymore. That's it. That's all I have. This is my very first newsletter. I'm super excited you're here. I would love to hear from you. I would love to hear if these planner sheets work for you. I think as I learn things that I want to add to it, I'm just going to create them. So I welcome any and all ideas on that front. Look me up on Twitter or Facebook or my very favorite social media, Instagram. I love Instagram. I could just waste the whole day looking at everybody's pretty pictures. Thank you so much for signing up for my newsletter. Hopefully these planner sheets are helpful to you.